Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Farm Bill Fridays on Facebook Live. My name is Rochelle Sparko, and I am the Policy Director at the Carolina Farm Stewardship Association. And we are here with I am here with a special holiday edition of Farm Bill Friday. Special because it's going to be a little bit short. CFSA's offices are closed today for the holiday, and I am actually in the middle of preparing dinner for 15 people tonight. So if you hear some weird sounds coming from my kitchen, we'll just ignore those until Farm Bill Friday is over. All right, so what are we talking about today? We're giving you 5 things that we think that you need to know about the Farm Bill this week. And the things that we think you need to know about this week are what to do during a congressional recess. If you were with us last week when we were on location in Saxapahaw, North Carolina, we talked a lot about marker bills. And we mentioned in passing that members of the House and Senate were likely to be home and in district last week, this week that's concluding now. We're going to go a little bit deeper into that today and talk about why that's important and what you can do about it because they are going to be on recess again next week. Recess is kind of exactly what it sounds like, the fun time for members of Congress when Congress is not in session and they're able to leave Washington, D.C. Having lived in Washington, D.C., I do support getting out of there from time to time. A lot of times during recesses, members of Congress will travel internationally or go to visit other states. They'll have some kind of policy-related junket. But we think it's pretty likely that this time around, they're actually going to be in your area. Every single member of the House of Representatives is running for re-election this year. And several of them, lots of them, face a primary challenger. And primary elections are coming up pretty soon in most states, even though the general election isn't until November. And because the primary is coming up pretty soon, that means that they want to be home, they want to be connecting with their constituents, they want to make sure that that they're glad-handing, that they're seeing you, that they're hearing about what you care about because they want you to vote for them. So what does this mean? Second thing you need to know about the Farm Bill this week. It is a great time to call your member of Congress to talk about the Farm Bill because this week they're actually listening, we hope. And it might be a local phone call as opposed to a long distance call if any of you still have landlines. Since they are unlikely to be in Washington, D.C., they'll be at home. You can use a regular local number to reach them. Not sure who your representative is? That brings us to the third thing that we think that you need to know about the Farm Bill this week, which is figuring out there goes the dishwasher. Figuring out who represents you and how to contact them is pretty easy. There are a ton of ways to figure it out, and we're just going to go over one right now because I want to get back to cooking. So if you are not sure who represents you in Congress, I suggest that you visit a website called whoismyrepresentative.com. All you'll need to do once you load up that website is put in your zip code, and it should pull up the pictures of 3 different people. 2 of them will be your state senators, right? Both of them represent your entire state. And 1 of them will be your member in the House of Representatives. Certainly all of them may be back in the area this week or this coming week. I do suggest that you focus on your member of the House of Representatives. We still do think that the Farm Bill is likely to move on the House side before it moves on the Senate side, although the race to get there first is tightening up. But for now, we'll assume the House is going to go first, so you probably want to contact that individual. So you'll want to select that person, your member of Congress, not your 2 state senators. Once you click on that person, it'll offer you their phone number, and it'll also offer you an option to click through to their website. Pick that option to click through to their website. The reason that we recommend that you do that is the phone numbers that whoismyrepresentative.com provides are their DC phone number. And we're looking for their local number and their local office address. So once you get to your representative's webpage, you should be able to scroll down. All the way to the bottom is usually where the members put a list of their in-district offices, meaning their offices in the district that they represent. There are often several. At least 2, because House districts are fairly large, at least here in the Carolinas. And so once you scroll down, take a look, see which one is closest to you. You should be able to find the address and the phone number. If for some reason your member of Congress has a website that's set up a bit differently than that, A couple of suggestions: if you're going to go trolling through their website looking for the addresses of their in-district offices, there may be a tab up at the top of their webpage that says offices. Try that one. Another option is if you don't see offices listed at the bottom or a tab called offices near the top, also check out the About tab if there is one. Oftentimes that'll talk about their staff and their locations. So hopefully you'll be able to find your member, figure out who your member is, and then go ahead and find that individual. All right, so once you know who you're going to talk to, the fourth thing that we think that you need to know about the Farm Bill this week is what to say. So we suggest talking about your farm, if you have one, or farmers you know. But either of those things is a great way to explain why the Farm Bill is important to you. Right, members of Congress are going to be interested in what you have to say about which policies you think they should support. They're going to be a lot more interested if you tie it to a story of some kind, even if it's only a sentence or two long. So be sure to introduce yourself. Be sure to talk about your farm or farmers you care about. And be sure to ask them for something specific. This isn't a social call. If you need help figuring out how to structure your phone call, we've got one more resource for you here today. A few years back, CFSA made a video called How to Call Your Representative. And if you visit CFSA's website, carolinafarmstewards.org, and go to the Advocacy tab, right at the top of the Advocacy tab, there's a video at the top of that page, and that's the How to Call Your Representative video. If you want to bypass going through our website, I've got a shortened link here. I'm going to read it out loud to you all because of looking at this, I realized that my 2 looks like a Z. So you can visit that video directly by going to https://bit.ly/2, that's a 2, capital E, 74, capital A, capital E, capital O, and watch a video that'll help you understand exactly how to structure a phone call to your representative. Now, once you watch that video of how to make a phone call, you're going to say, which bill do I talk about? Do I talk about the whole Farm Bill? No, we don't recommend that you talk about the whole Farm Bill. It is going to be really long when it comes out. So my suggestion to you all is, if you're not sure exactly what you want to talk about, what exactly you want to ask for when you call or meet with your member of Congress in this coming week, is to go back and take a look at last week's Farm Bill Friday video. In that video, we gave you 5 things we think you need to know about marker bills. Marker bills being sort of pieces of legislation that members of Congress hope get subsumed into the final Farm Bill. And we talked about 4 different ones during that Farm Bill Friday broadcast last week. And any one of those 4 would be a terrific thing to call up your member of Congress and talk about. So do go back and take a look at that if you're not sure exactly what you want to say. Now, the 5th thing that you need to know about the Farm Bill this week is that you can get what you need for your meeting from us at CFSA. So if taking a look at that video about how to call your representative and taking a look at the marker bill video, Farm Bill Friday video from last week, don't quite give you everything that you feel like you need to talk about, or because of a particular issue or circumstance on your farm, you want to talk about a different Farm Bill, or a different marker bill, please do comment on this Facebook Live post, and we will do our utmost to get back with you either over the course of this weekend or early next week to help you prepare for your meeting. So we hope that you do go ahead and give your member of Congress a call. Let them know that you care about the Farm Bill and are paying attention to it. Let them know about your farm. Let them know which piece of the Farm Bill you're particularly interested in having them know about, and wish them a great week. Be polite. And I thank you all for joining me on this special holiday edition of Farm Bill Friday. I look forward to seeing you all with another deeper policy dive next week. I hope you have a wonderful holiday weekend. Bye, y'all.